Chancelier Wiener, Président du Conseil de gouverneurs Hébert, Président et Vice-chancelier Shepard, Dr Dickinson, participants et invités distingués, chères familles, amis, finissantes et finissants. C'est avec immense plaisir que je vous adresse aujourd'hui, au nom de la cohorte 2016 de la meilleure école de gestion, John Molson. Premièrement, félicitations à toutes et à tous. We persisted through sleepless nights, persevered through countless group projects, and most importantly for some of us, piled up multiple Starbucks and Il Panino loyalty cards. But before we begin, I would like to take a moment on behalf of the graduating class to say thank you to the people in this room who are not walking across the stage to graduate. Thank you to our parents, relatives, and friends for being our #1 fans and cheerleaders, and to our administrators, staff, and teachers for becoming our mentors. This day belongs to each and every single person in this room. We would not be here today if it were not for all of you. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. So let's begin. Today, we are no longer JMSB students. We are JMSB alumni. We leave a school with students who come from different countries, speak different languages, practice different faiths, and study different things. We dominated this year in 24 case competitions across 4 continents, reaching the podium no less than 57 times. This year, we sent over 180 students to travel the world to study abroad. We are a school with a very successful co-op program and a school that has students manage 1.9 million real Canadian dollars as part of the Kenneth Woods Portfolio Management Program. We are a school that cares, raising over $50,000 for charity and having students and 3 deans, no less, sleep on the cold winter streets to raise thousands for the homeless. I don't know about you, but I think that at JMSB, we really mean business. Just a few years ago, we were timid first years, trying to find the Burke Student Center in hopes of maybe getting a student ID and for some of us, an Opus card. Today, we have become young business professionals. And much to our parents' dismay, we're all grown up. For years, I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, and many of us still don't really know. So what's next for the graduating class of 2016? Do we take a year to backpack through Europe or Asia? Do we hope our current internships transition into full-time offers? Do we start something for ourselves? Well, to figure this out, I took a backpacking adventure of my own, which landed me on an overcrowded train in the Middle East, sitting next to an older man from Latin America. And yes, this is a true story. He had a story that many of us are familiar with. He came from a poor family, from a poor village, and had no formal education whatsoever. But he built a successful mining company in Latin America from the ground up, employing no less than 190 local villagers. And as every single other adult that I've encountered in my life, he asked me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I still didn't know. So he said, "Look, whatever you do, make sure that you love it. If you love shining shoes," he said, "you go and shine shoes. But just make sure that you have the best shoe shining store around, and then you'll be successful. And as a result, you'll be passionate, happy, and everything in between." That's what JMSB has taught us. In our journeys, in our incredible journeys, however different they may be, if you search for deeper meaning, success will automatically follow. But beyond the journey, beyond the meaning, and beyond the success, there's a fourth secret ingredient: bravery. Let's face it, the unknown, it's a scary thing. But success will only be reached if we have the bravery to follow our hearts if we reach a fork in the road. And during our quest to achieve what many will tell us is unachievable, there will be moments in which self-doubt will cast the shadow in front of an open door. Well, Steve Jobs said, "The people who are foolish enough to think they can change the world, well, they're the ones who often do." Googling past valedictorian speeches, I came across a number of them that said, "These are 3 main lessons that our school has taught us," or "I'd like to leave you with 3 main messages." Well, I don't know about you, but I think JMSB has taught us way more than 3 lessons. And we're all so different, there is no way that I can leave you with 3 messages that will relate to all of you. So instead of leaving you with 3, I would like to leave you with 1. A role model of mine once said, "There is no such thing as one world. There are only 7 billion understandings of it." And if you can change just one person's understanding of the world, well, maybe you're not so foolish after all. My one message to all of you: never stay satisfied with your understanding of the world. Never become complacent. Always stay hungry and always strive to be the best that you can be. Treat every mistake, every failure as a lesson, not an obstacle. And never be afraid to take risks. They say that if you're eager enough to reach for the stars, you might one day land on the moon. It's easy to forget, though, in 1969, someone actually did. In 2069, 53 years from now, what will we have accomplished? Well, I can't see the future, and I don't have a crystal ball. But one thing I do know is we need to remember what JMSB really stands for: journey, meaning, success, and bravery. The true JMSB. In a world that's changing almost too quickly for us to keep up, I look around the room and I really do see the future of Canadian business. I see powerful women and men driven by passion and ambition, fueled by innovation and by creativity. As we begin our next chapters, let us remember always who we are and where we came from. And let's also remember to give back to the people and to the alma mater that made us who we are today and that helped us along the way. Let's continue to show the world that JMSB will always be hot to go, and let us stop at absolutely nothing in our quest to do great things. Félicitations à toutes et à tous. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Michael, a few words of gratitude. You rock. Michael, his passion overflows, and his inclusiveness, his enthusiasm, I have no doubt that he will have no problem being successful. Congratulations to you, and thank you for your remarks.